went to Radnor and Lake where me and Kathleen used to go
Yeah.
and walked a little bit.
Well, James and me, he had to go to the dentist Friday, so I went by Savannah's and stayed. And then I got to talk to Billy and Glenn and Essie. She didn't mention one thing about you writing or anything,
Hmm.
so I didn't ask.
Yeah.
So we left there. When he got through, we visited a little bit at Savannah's, and we left there in a storm. Was the hardest rain I think I have seen in years and years. We could barely stay on the road or see, but we made it home. But
Wow.
we had about 3 inches of rain
Mm.
all at one time.
Yeah.
So we're not high and dry like a lot of the people.
No. Um. What'd you do? Talk to them on the phone, or was they there
Oh,
to?
yeah. I just called them while I was there to
Oh, yeah.
save money.
Yeah. Really.
And poor Glenn, he started telling me all of his ailments.
Hmm.
He's something nerve in his head or something. He can't walk good. But he had polio when he was a child. I told Savannah that could be the aftermath
Mm.
when he was a baby.
Yeah.
And you see his, I believe it's his left leg and arm are shorter than the others.
Hmm. Wow.
But Mama, Mama took good care of him, brought him through it. Poor thing, she had a hell of a life.
Mm. Yeah.
But we just sitting here, and I just got out and worked in the yard again, got my legs and feet out of shape, so I'm not going to church.
Yeah.
James wanted to go, and I told him, really, it's the same old thing every Sunday. I can watch good sermons on TV.
Yeah.
But how's things going?
Going good. I got a letter from Mommy yesterday.
Oh, you did? What'd you say?
Well, how that how what a shame it was that Mother did what she did, and
Oh, yeah. Everybody's, I hate to tell you, but everybody's against her. Looks like after she's dead. For how she did things.
yeah, and
And interfering in people's lives.
yeah,
It's pitiful, pitiful.
and
But nothing we could do.
no, she had to have things her way, and
Oh, yeah. And it was the wrong way. That's since she was a child.
mm,
Savannah still brings up things about how she is so conniving, and Papa didn't want her to go out. Papa watched her. He knew how she was. But they never did get along,
well,
Papa and her. And Mama seemed never say a word. Mama never did say one thing against one child to another.
mm, well, that was wise.
Oh, Mama was a wise old woman. But boy, did she have living with him and drinking and fighting. I remember
Mm,
when we lived in Oakdale, they brought him home. He'd been stabbed all over
mm.
when I was a little child. So he is just out and around and rowdy.
Maybe that's where Mama got it.
It was. Had to be. It was nothing like Mama.
Mm,
Yeah, that's about what you'd think. I never had thought of it.
yeah,
But he was a rounder, as they used to say.
Mother had when she got on one of her rant and raves, I call it. She just would say the filthiest things.
I know.
Oh, it was just so vulgar, and
Is that so?
yes, and
Well, now, I'm just lucky I never did see it. All she took me around for was take care of her children.
mm,
While I remember one day we went downtown to Shreveport. Even Carolyn was little. And she left us sitting on the street for about 2 hours in the hottest sun.
mm,
And I'd go every time that she come by and wanted me to go. but we liked her burned up right there.
Oh, where was she?
Well, that's what I never did know. She either met somebody, 'cause it was downtown.
Mm.
She met somebody somewhere and probably went off with them.
Mm.
And it was over 2 hours sitting there in that hot sun.
Mm.
And just that child crying, and I didn't have sense enough not to go, but every time she come by, it was for something like that.
Well,
But that's all in the past.
yeah. Well, I remember she'd take me to the fair and she would go play bingo, but children weren't allowed at the bingo game, so she put me on the merry-go-round and bought me a string of tickets and pinned them to my blouse, and I would just go round and round for hours, and
That's right.
he'd come by and tear off a ticket when it stopped, and I'd just keep sitting there. I'd change horses every now
You
and then.
couldn't do nothing else. You couldn't find her. Well, that's just pitiful, ain't it? But she was something different.
Yes, but I remember I could go to sleep with her standing at the foot of my bed, just raving.
Yeah. Well, Savannah said she had a demon in her.
Oh, I believe it. Oh, it was awful.
Had to be a dual personality.
It,
And she's out hunting all these homeless people while she's mistreating her own.
I never did understand. She seemed to have compassion for other people,
That's what I know.
but not for me. I don't know how she treated Bourbon's sister.
The same. The same. I saw Cyrus one time when I was down there, stood on the back step and called her everything out of the book of right in her face. I don't know what she had done, but he cursed her like I never saw. So he knew more about her than all of us. But poor Cyrus, Savannah said at the funeral, he just went off and stood by himself, wouldn't come sit with the family.
Mm.
He is mortified, if that's what May used to say. I feel so sorry for them.
Yeah, but
He blames himself, I'm sure.
well,
And after all, he was at fault to let that boy get in that truck and have the key in it.
well, he wasn't supposed to be on the road, and that was.
Well, I think it was right there in the yard.
I
Do
don't
not
know.
know.
I don't know.
Just pulling up and backing up.
Well,
But Lord only knows. Poor thing.
that's all he's ever known is what adults let him do. It's not his fault.
Yeah. Well, Savannah said, I sure hate y'all didn't get to the funeral. Said it was the most beautiful. I said, well, I didn't have a way.
Yeah.
James was working, and I didn't ask anybody to take me. Everybody's got their own doings to be doing. But if I couldn't have been to the family reunion if Sister and Teen hadn't have come got me. So I don't, just as little as I can associate, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But she was playing all of old Jerry Lee Lewis's albums. That's all she got to do.
Ain't Savannah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a whole stack of them. And I said, well, thank God it's not playing that old Floyd Kramer's tapes that we had to listen to every time we went.
Oh, well.
Well, I called Teen last Saturday.
You did?
Sister was in bed.
Yeah, I never know when to call.
Well, I don't either, but he just said she wasn't doing too good or something. She's been sick ever since she started working at that nursing.
Well, I wish she could get out of
She's
there.
not going to quit.
Mm.
She's trying to get her a license.
Yeah.
Well, she's got more guts than I have, but I've done the same thing through the years.
You probably have to sign something where you have to work at that place a certain length of time to get your license if they're going to pay for the training. That's
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the way it
sure.
goes.
I'm sure.
And then you have to work
Yeah,
there,
till the limit.
yeah, for a year or however long it is.
I think it's about a year.
And then you're free of it.
Well, you still get a license.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a price to pay.
Yeah.
She got something there. She said, I said, do you eat that? She said, yeah.
Mm.
But it's some other, you know, in nursing homes, it's and handling the people and their
Oh, yeah.
garments and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's eye work, I know,
Mm.
having to wipe their butts.
Yep.
So
Oh, well.
she's strong enough to take it. What
Yeah.
time you meeting Mary?
I'm going to leave as soon as I was going to call you first
Well, thank you, dear.
and then go out there and walk while it's still cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's on the, but you can't pay attention to the weather on TV. You're supposed to have rain.
Yeah, that's what
You
it
better
said.
get out there before you get wet.
Yeah.
Well, we love you, babe.
Well, we love you too.
I'll let you hear if there's any change.
Okay. I'll talk to you next time.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.